Monday. I think it's April 4th, 2011. I've got another clip that I started, and it was getting a little bit too long, so I'm making a new clip here. I've really tried to live debt-free now for nearly 20 years. It's not always possible. It's been very nice to have a couple of U.S. credit cards that I could use in absolute dire emergencies. But it's just gotten so expensive to have them. And in December and January, I had 2 Visa cards from the U.S. They slapped me with late fees, and I did not pay late. In the past, I would phone them and I would say I didn't pay late, and they would forgive the late fees. But they didn't this time. So I just said to them, both cards, I just said, okay, that's it. I would like to close my account now. And I cut up my cards. Now, one card, I got a bill, but I had paid it off in full. And I said to them, what is this? You know, I call them. They don't understand. 800 numbers. You call them from Europe, you have to pay €1 a minute. 888 numbers don't work at all. They say, call us collect. You can't call collect from France. You know, I've been writing to them and telling them this since 1994. It doesn't do any good. Years ago, when I had an American Express card, they actually did have an 800 number for people over here in Europe, and it worked. But Visa, I don't know what their problem is, and I've had friends visit me from the United States, and they've had problems with their Visa cards here, lost, stolen, fraud, whatever, and they go to call the, you know, to cancel the card, and the 800 number doesn't work. You know, well, it works, but you pay the equivalent of €1 a minute. So, there, you know, if you don't know anybody here, and you don't know how to use a payphone, or, which, you know, they don't accept coins or anything, you're really screwed. You can't reach Visa. I've been writing to them and telling them about this for years. But it was very interesting. On one of the cards, one of the Visa cards, they offered, I had told them on the phone, I'm just going to pay off the amount. Nope, you know, no problem, I'm just going to pay it off. They sent me a bill and they offered that I could pay it off in installments. And I called them up and I said, look, I don't want to pay it off in installments. I have the money, I want to pay it. And they said, well, most people like to pay it off in installments. And I thought, well, of course they want that, because every month, you know, they'll do a service charge and stuff on it. I said, well, forget that. I paid that card off. Now, the current card, which has been closed, the account's been closed since, I think, January, does have some strange and fraudulent charges on it. And they want me to pay by phone and everything. And if you do that, you lose your right to contest the bill. You don't get any more bills by snail mail anymore. So I don't want to do that. I do things the old-fashioned way. So finally I got them to send me a printout of my activity for the last 6 months. I wrote them a nice letter. I was polite. And I said, please send me what you think has happened, because the bills I have don't reflect what's the state of my account. And I will go over it and tick off everything that's okay and put comments on it, and I will send it back to you. And so they finally sent me that. It took months to get it. And I couldn't believe it. They're offering to settle with me. I did not ask them for a settlement. So this is interesting. I wrote them back a nice letter. I went through the pages of the account activity. It's been very frustrating, because in the past 6 months or so, I have had some problems on the account, some fraud, PayPal or something. I don't have PayPal. And in the past, they were quite good about sending me a form to fill out when I notified them that there was a problem with a charge. They stopped doing this. So things got really chaotic in the last 6 months or so with the Visa cards. It made me rather nervous. I like to keep my life as simple as possible. So I just pitched them a low amount, because they didn't offer an amount to settle. I wrote to them, I'm about to mail this now to them in the United States, and I said, okay, this is what I'm willing to offer you as settlement. Get back to me on this, please. This is crazy. You know, U.S. dollars are not even welcome over here in Europe anymore. I hear that they're nowhere welcome in Asia. I was just in Turkey. Nobody would take dollars in Turkey. And as of last August, I can't even use my I couldn't even use those Visa cards here in Paris anymore. Nobody wants them. Oh, it does not look good for the US dollar. And companies such as Visa and Chase, who is also very unreasonable, I'm getting rid of them too. Chase Bank, who I've had since 1978. Now they're charging me $5 every time I take money out of an ATM here. That's crazy. I don't even earn anything on that checking account, 0 interest. And it's very expensive to have that account. It's $100 a year, it's $100 for the Visa card, it's $6 a month. I can only write 7 checks a month. It's ridiculous. Starve the beast, you know? Alright, thanks for listening to me yap. I'm very nervous, I'm very tired. It makes me feel a little bit better to chat with you. I'm really alone here. And I hope this helps you a little bit. Okay.